nice base. But this is from Primark. It was £4.50 as you can see, and it's called Prep and Protect. And I really like how this feels on my skin. It is super hydrating. It feels so nice, and my makeup lasts all day. Having a hydrated base is so important when it comes to doing your makeup. Okay. Let's just massage that in, just apply that to my skin. Oh, I love how this feels on my skin. So nice. Also, I've got like such dark bags under my eyes. I'm currently going through a little bit of a mental health dip. So I've been very, very overwhelmed and stressed, and I've just been trying to rest as much as I can, because if you know about mental health, you'll know that sometimes it can be very hard to sleep. So I'm trying my best to rest whenever I can. But yeah, let's ignore the bags under my eyes. We're going to cover that up anyway. Okay, so now that my primer is on, I'm going to go in with my favourite product at the moment, and this is the Rimmel Multitasker Better Than Filters Primer Glow Booster. I love to put this on under foundation, and I just put a little bit on. This is super glowy, and it just adds a very nice radiance under your foundation, or you can use it on its own, like it's absolutely fine, but it's very, very pretty. Okay, and I'm just going to take a brush and I'm going to just blend that in. This is actually the brush I use for my foundation as well. I've got my Jeffree Star mirror just so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, I just love how this looks on the skin. It is so pretty. Just gives it an instant glow, which is, makes your skin look so good. It usually takes me around 20 minutes to do my full makeup, so let's see how long this video ends up being. Right, now that that is on my skin, we're going to go in with my favourite foundation at the moment. Honestly, I have been using this foundation for quite a few months now, and I just can't stop using it. It just looks so good on the skin, and it lasts all day. NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. I use the shade, I would love to tell you, but the sticker is not on my bottle anymore. I'm going to take some of this, and I'm just going to apply it straight to my face. You shouldn't do this, but I don't have anywhere to put it right now. Taking my brush and just going to blend that into my skin. I used to always use a sponge until one day I used a brush because it didn't have a sponge, and I just loved how it applied to my skin so much more. I just felt like it looked so much nicer. Also, I could have done with less foundation, but just look at how that looks on my skin. Like, it's so beautiful, and it gives that beautiful glow, and of course the primer from underneath is just radiating through, which looks so pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to take a sponge and just tap that into my skin. I like to just do this after applying my foundation, just to absorb any excess product on my skin. This is a dry sponge, so that it absorbs most of the excess. And I know this is like contrary to what most people do, but I actually don't use concealer. I just find it takes too much under my eyes, so I don't use it. Just use the foundation and that's it. And then of course some powder. I'm actually going to be filming some other content today as well. I've got plans to film at least one more YouTube video today. you, so only you ever get access to that video. So yeah, that I've got one of those to film today as well. That is my foundation all done. We are now going to move on to my cream bronzer and my cream blusher. So for my cream bronzer, I like to use the Made by Mitchell curve case. I have had this for so long now and it's barely dented. Like, look at how much product is in there. Obviously you can tell which shades I use the most, but there's still so much product in here. I'm going to take my brush. I like to use this one. This is the Skinny Dip Cool My Buff C2. It's just a round, dense brush. Very, very nice. And I'm going to go in with the shade Hollow there, which is this one here. And just going to take that into my forehead. Just adds a little bit of warmth and dimension to my skin. Also, I really like this palette because it includes 2 bronzers, 2 contours, and 4 blushes. And a little bit on my cheeks as well. I'm now going to go in with a little bit of Shady Business, which is this one right here. This one's a little bit more warm, so I say like what I've just used more like a contour, and then this one is the bronzer, and it's a touch darker as well. Definitely adds that dimension and colour to my skin. There we go. Oh, and a little Felix hair. Okay, did I get it? Nope. There we go. And some of that on my cheeks as well. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to go in with my blusher. Now I don't actually use the blushes from here, although they are beautiful. I'm actually going to use one of my favourite cream blushes at the moment, which is my Charlotte Tilbury Light Wand. I've loved this so much that I've actually bought a replacement. This one's so close to being finished, but it's so pretty. It looks so good on the skin. I'm just going to take a little bit of this and just going to dot some on my cheek. Oh, I love the colour of this. It's so beautiful. And I always get it so dirty. This is the only thing I don't like about this, is how dirty I get. It's fine. Nothing that a little tissue can't do. Look at all that. Gosh. Right. I'm going to take my brush. This is from a brand called Jessup, and it's their Defined Buffer Brush. It's just an angled. It's got a bit of an angle, if you can't tell, but it's quite a dense, fluffy brush as well. And I'm just going to take that and blend that blusher into my skin. Oh, look at how easily that diffuses. It's so beautiful. Oh, I'm obsessed. I just love how it looks. just love how diffused, like look at where I haven't set yet compared to what I have set. It looks so beautiful. Now you don't actually have to set your face. You can leave it if you prefer to have a glowy look, but I feel like when I don't set my face, makeup just doesn't last on me. And don't worry, because during the day I find my makeup starts to show its true colours once I've worn in the makeup a bit. So when I freshly apply my makeup, yes, it's going to look very matte, but throughout the day your natural oils start to seep through and your skin just looks so much nicer in my opinion. But we're going to move on to my powder blusher, powder bronzer. So for my powder bronzer, I like to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is, I think it's just the original shade. It doesn't actually say, but I think it's just the original butter bronzer. And I like to take my Skinny Dip Fleek Bones brush. It's just a fluffy domed brush. I actually have two of these. One I use for bronzer, one I use for blush. And take a little bit of that. Mine's broken, by the way, but that's fine. Just take a little bit. I don't like to take too much, but when I'm filming I like to add a little extra bronzer because otherwise you can't really see the bronzer and I look like I've got a flat face, no dimension whatsoever. So when I go out I actually don't apply much of this bronzer on, but when I'm filming I apply a little bit extra. And this does have the very slightest little bit of sheen to it. It's not too shiny though, but it looks super pretty on the skin. I love it. And then for my blusher, just close that. For my blusher, I love to take this one. This is the Rare Beauty powder blusher. I used to use the Milani Luminoso blusher very regularly, but then Rare Beauty launched this one and I fell in love with it as soon as I tried it. I actually bought two shades. I got the shade Hope and the shade Happy, and when I looked online I thought this shade was going to be the one that I loved the most. It's super pink, it's super beautiful. Let me just swatch that. So this is the shade Happy and it's so stunning, it's very beautiful. But then, and I bought this one not thinking that I was going to love this one just like quite as much, but this is the shade Hope and oh, I love how this looks. It's so beautiful on the skin, like this one's beautiful, but I just find like I prefer the Hope because it's got this pink, but it's not as bright on the skin. It just melts into your skin very nicely. Let me just show you. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Hope, and you don't need much of this at all, like you really don't. And it's got that highlighter effect to it as well. Like it's so stunning. I love it so much. So pretty. I would show you both on my cheeks, but I'm actually filming today, so I need to look matched on both sides of my face. But oh, it's so pretty. Just that blusher is just everything to me. It's life. Okay, and now I'm going to go with highlighter. To be fair, with these blushes you don't really need to use highlighter, but who doesn't like a little bit of glow, you know? So I'm going to go in again with the Rare Beauty. I've had this for so long that the label on the back is completely scratched, but this is the shade Enlighten. Let's take some of that. I'm going to take this brush. It has no name whatsoever, but it's just like a fluffy brush. I don't actually know if this is a highlighter brush, but I mean it probably isn't. Do you remember when everyone used to use those fan brushes for highlighters? Wow. I'm just gonna take this and just going to place that. Oh, just look at that highlighter. I am obsessed. Are you kidding me? Look at how that just effortlessly melts into the skin. This is why it's my favourite highlighter ever. It's so beautiful. colours was that. So beautiful. Look, my eyebrows are pretty much done. Oh, I love this pencil, it's really nice. I can't comment on whether I like it more than my Sephora one that I've been using for ages now, but this is a very strong contender. I do really like it. I wore it to work yesterday and it lasted on my eyebrows all day. No smudging, no, rubbing off. It was there. Take my spoolie and just let that into my brow. It looks so pretty. Oh, I'm obsessed. Let me do the other one. I got this from Sephora, but I'm pretty sure you can buy it in Space and K as well, because I know Space and K also sell Rare Beauty. It's just so effortless. Oh, I love it. Also, what's up with the weather in the UK at the moment? Why is it so cold? Why is it so windy? It's literally August, it's meant to be summer. I mean, I'm not complaining because that means I can film without being trapped sweating in here. Just going to blend the front of my eyebrows. Look at that. I love it. So pretty. Okay, so before I move on to doing my mascara, I'm just going to apply my setting spray. So I'm going to be using the Trickle Cosmetics Hollow Hold Setting Mist. I love the packaging and how you can see it kind of reflecting. This has a very fine mist, which means it applies beautifully. You don't get like these random splotches on your face. It's really, really nice, and it's quite a big bottle. This is 100 ml of setting spray. So let's apply some of that. Don't judge how much setting spray I put on. I love the feeling of the refreshingness it gives me. And I also always try my setting spray with my little fan. And instantly it brings my makeup to life. I have life in my skin. I feel so much more awake, and yeah, I just love how it makes my makeup look. So let's do my mascara, and for that I am going to use the Maybelline Firework mascara. Now I kind of wish this mascara was waterproof, but it's not. But I love how it looks on my skin. Also, the packaging is so cool because it's got these ridges. Great for ASMR. I don't like to apply too much, especially at the moment that I've got a lash lift. I don't feel like I need that much mascara on my eyes. Also because